This coin is from Austria. It has the name of how they spell their country, Österreich. Around the edge, Österreich Republic. In the middle of this coin, it features 9 men. That represents the 9 republics or provinces that make up the country of Austria. And the man in the middle is holding up the Austrian shield. When I flip it over, this coin has a value of 20 shillings, or in their language, 20 shilling. This coin is dated 1980 at the very bottom. 20 shillings, 1 shilling is worth about 7.5 United States cents. If you can still get that in foreign exchange, I'm not sure if you can or not because they did move to the euro. But that means 20 of these would have a book value or a foreign exchange value of $1.50. In catalog value, this would be worth about $2. There's also a couple of different versions of this coin. If you look around the edge, I have never really seen an edge like this where it has a bunch of dots instead of reading. For the first couple of years, they made them with the dots, and about 82, 83, they removed the dots from this side along the edge. I have another 2-pound lot of coins that I bought at a recent coin show. These are the ones we're not going to look at because if we stopped and looked at this, this video would be a couple of hours long. So we're going to keep this to the coins that I feel like you just don't see as often. We're going to get to those in a minute. I'll leave this here while I talk about it. So I want to talk about this show and this dealer for just a moment. There is, I heard that, well, when I've gone to the show in the past, it's the show in Cookeville, Tennessee, meets twice a year in February and about September every year or October. There seem to be more dealers here who sell coins by the bulk lot than I usually see, and I was wondering why that is. Well, I finally heard the answer. There's another show in the area that's further away from me that I've never been to that a lot of dealers have been to where one particular guy will sell 40-pound bulk lots for $240. You do the math on that, it is $6 a pound. And so what all of the dealers at the Cookeville show do, well, a few of them have done this, they will go buy one of these 40-pound lots, go through, take out what they want, and then sell off everything else. I heard some of them say, since I'm taking all the good stuff, it wouldn't be right for me to sell them for $6 a pound, so I'm going to sell them for $5 a pound. Other people don't treat it quite the same way, and they still sell them for $6 a pound, even though they took all the good stuff out of it. And what the good stuff is going to be something different to different people. Maybe one person just takes out the silver. Another person like me might go through here and take out everything I just don't have. I don't really need two of the same coin. Even if it's really good, I'm usually not going to hold on to it when I sell my eBay lots. So this specific dealer apparently went through the same thing. He must have bought a 40-pound lot, but what he thinks is the good stuff, he didn't really take things out of here that, well, I mean, I don't know what he started with. Maybe there's a lot of silver. There were no silver coins in my bag, but he seems to leave a lot of the coins that I'm looking for. And those are the coins that are foreign coins you just don't see that often. And I bought a 2-pound lot from this guy. This is actually the second one I've opened here on this channel recently. And like I said, these are the ones we're not looking at. So we're going to get through and look at the ones that I think are the coins that were in this bag that I've already pulled that I think are pretty interesting. This is a halfpenny of Queen Victoria, obviously in terrible shape. But how often do you get a coin like this out of a cheap lot? This one's dated 1861. There's even one in the same bag from 1860, but that one was a very slick coin. Sometimes I don't know what's better, to get one that is just so well worn that you can barely see the details, or one that has a little bit better details but also has some damage to it. Well, either way, it's nice to find one of these. I am going to be going through the coins in this video in rapid order. The first coin from Austria, I looked it up before recording. Everything else, I'm just picking it up as I go, and haven't done any research on these. Sometimes it's easier to forget the coins that are Arabic, but I think this is a coin from Egypt. It is dated 1993 at the bottom here, or in their calendar, 1413. Flip this one over, and it is a 25 piastre coin. Here is an aluminum coin from the country that at the time was called South Arabia. Today, this country is known as Yemen. This aluminum coin dates back to 1964 and is a 1 fils coin, has the two curved swords that cross over each other. Here is a 20 francs coin from Belgium. On this side, it's a very simple design. It's pretty much just the head of the monarch with almost nothing else here. It does have the name of, I guess that's the name of the designer of the coin in cursive at the bottom. We flip it over, and from Belgium, it is a 20 franc coin. If you've never heard this before, most Belgium coins, there are two different versions of them for the two different languages of Belgium. So it'll say either Belgique or, like this one, Belgique. Here is a coin from Brazil. This one is 20 Cruzeiros from 1984. And I've seen several in the set, but I don't recognize this one as, probably pretty sure I have it, but I just don't recognize the design as something I see as often. Canadian pennies are not that hard to find, but the Canadian penny from 1967 celebrated their country's centennial, and they replaced all the normal designs with designs of animals in Canada. So this one has a bird in flight on it. I believe the $1 coin had the famous Canadian goose. Here are two coins from Bulgaria. Now, all the coins from Bulgaria around 99 or 2000 have the same obverse design to them. Here's a man who has horseback and has captured some animal. I guess I really need to look up the story. The ones of smaller denominations are made out of copper nickel, so these two are made out of brass. We have the 1 lev, and plural of lev is leva, so that's the 5 leva coin. And I see that both of them have a fish on the back. And so I was wrong about the year. These are 1992. Here's an aluminum coin from Somalia. And one thing I find interesting about their coins is there are two different denominations on here. We have the number 10 at the bottom. On the left, it's called shillings, and on the right, it's called scalini. Flip this one over, and we see it's an FAO coin featuring a camel from the year 2000. A lot of Venezuelan coins from about 30 to 50 years ago look about the same. This one is worth 5 bolivars, and so it's a little bit larger than most. This one's about the size of a United States half dollar, but we still have the same portrait of Bolivar. Here's the back where it shows 5 bolivares. If a coin says it's from Hrvatska, that is the country that we call Croatia. This is their 10 lipa coin. Has some kind of flower on it. And one thing about their coins is they have two different designs for them that alternate between odd and even years with the letters and the words that appear on the coin. So this is the odd year version. I guess that says Duhan. Here is a World War II era coin from France, 20 centimes. I forget if that's 20, 25, or 50. I should know French, but I don't. I don't think they made this coin for very long, and certainly not in zinc. État français with wheat. I believe this is a coin from Algeria. It's certainly Islamic with the crescent moon and star at the bottom, but above that we have the two flags and then the hand where it looks like it almost has two thumbs on it. Flip this one over, and whatever it is, it has a value of 20 and has a date of 1964. Here we found a blank planchet. I compared it to the Canadian penny we looked at a moment ago, and it's the same size, but when I look at it this way, it's thinner. So I don't think that is a United States cent or Canadian. So I'm not sure what country that's going to be from. Here's a coin from the Dominican Republic, which was 25 centavos. They also have the weight of the coin in 6¼ grams, even though it is not precious metals. I'm not sure why they did that, but it's convenient when they do that on silver coins, but it's just kind of an interesting novelty when it's a copper nickel type coin. But from 1980, we flip it over. A little bit well worn on this side, but we've got the design of Dominican Republic. Here are a couple of commemorative coins from Italy. Now on the head side here, we have the design that appeared on their normal circulating coin, but these were also circulating commemoratives. On this side, we're going to have probably the Exposition Mondiale di Filatelia Tematica. So maybe that's is philately stamp collecting? I think so. Genova, 1992. So that's the commemorative 200 lira from then. Then this other one is the 70 Aeronautica Military, 1925, no, 23 through 1993. So I guess that's the 70th anniversary of whatever Italy calls their Air Force. I guess so, another 200 lira. Next, Arabic coin, and it has an Arabic eagle on it, so this could be several different countries since I can't read it. I'm going to assume this is Egypt, but it may not be. Whatever it is, it has a value of 10, and looking at the date here, it has a year of 19, the V is 7, so 1973. Here's a modern coin from Romania from 2009. A lot of their modern coins, at least the lower value ones, look about like this, and then on the back it's just got the denomination of 10 bani. Here's a design that we see on a lot of coins from Ecuador. This one is from 1988. This one is going to be the 5 sucres, and it features a large bunch of bananas. I recognize this aluminum coin, but I'm not quite sure where it's from. Obviously, there is a 1 right here. 1975. I feel like this is Pakistan, but I'm not sure. This coin might be an upgrade in my collection. It is from Yugoslavia. I probably had it, but not one that looked as nice as this one. Still has some shine on it, even though it's an older aluminum coin. I think that's a date of 1953, and it's a 50 para coin. The 1 dinar coin is a lot easier to find than the 50 para. This lot, for whatever reason, had a lot of these uncirculated coins from Colombia from 1960 of the 1 and the 5 centavo. I showed a 5 in the last video. This one is the 1. Now that I take a close look at it, this one has a die crack on it. So pretty obvious here, going all the way through the E in the bottom left and extending all the way to the top right over there. So that's something I didn't notice at first. We have another Arabic coin. Since this one has a tree, that's making me think this is a cedar of Lebanon that's featured on this coin from 1960. Another aluminum coin, and this one has a value of 2. Many of the coins from Argentina feature this sun with a face on it, with a lot of the sun rays coming off of it. So, República Argentina en Unión y Libertad. With 5 centavos from 1993. Here's a design from the Netherlands that you see very often, but there are a little bit of a difference between these two. At first, you see 1971 on the left, 1948 on the right, so they did use this design for quite a while. The reason I want to point it out is most of the ones that you see will look like the one on the left with Queen Juliana, but they made this design for 1 year with Queen Wilhelma, but only in the first year in 1948. Their 1 and their 5 are a lot like this, where You find the one on the left a whole lot, but the one on the right, you have to keep your eyes out for it. Here is a 25 centavos coin, and we flip this one over and find that this one is from El Salvador, 1970. One more Arabic coin that I couldn't recognize just off from looking at it. I see this design of this building, and I think it's from Pakistan, but I'm really not sure. And we flip it over. There's a lot of squiggles on this side with a value of 10 and a date of 1984, I believe, and then the Arabic year of 1404. We're going to finish with a couple of tokens. This one is the Marta subway system in Atlanta, the Metro Atlanta Rail Transit Association. I think that's what that stands for. And of course, here is a bus, and that's going to be one fare. And then we're going to finish with a 5-cent casino token from Caesars Riverboat Casino. Not quite sure where they have that. Oh, it tells us they're Harrison County, Indiana. So it must be in the Mississippi River, I guess. And then a large 5 cents, not legal tender. All right. Oh, it looks like we have, is that the Coliseum in the background? So it does have a little bit of an international flair on it. All right. Thanks for watching. Bye.